The biggest killer, in my opinion, to your success, because it's a loosely defined term, and will be your ego. It's gonna be two things: one, your patience, and two, your ego. So let's go back to success. What do you define as successful? That's subjective. That can be defined by whatever you think is going to be successful in life. It might be owning land, starting a successful business, starting a business, starting a family, owning a farm, whatever it may be. You define what success is. That's successful in your mind, because my success is going to be different from yours, and mine's no different than yours, in the sense that we both want a goal and we have to have these steps to achieve it. My success just looks different than yours, because you define success as whatever you want it to be, and I define what I want it to be. That's the subjectiveness into success. Now, the same thing holds true in the sense that the steps are the same. You have to analyze what you need to do and how you want to achieve it. That's the same. That will remain the same for anyone's success. However, what can get into your way, like the previous two videos ago, what can get in your way is the patience. You can be very impatient with this stuff. It's going to take time, and I've already explained that. It's going to take a long time for things to happen. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be years and years and years. It could be. It can be months. It could be days, weeks, whatever your success is. It's defined by how you're going to get to it. But the biggest thing that I think will kill any of your patience is your ego. And your ego is, there's a lot of stupid definitions that can define what an ego is, but just subjective. An ego is putting your opinion or your thought, my definition, right? Or a thought or opinion, a voice, whatever it may be, above someone else's, because you know better. You know better than someone else, right? And I get it's very ironic, because I'm posting YouTube videos. Like, this video's gonna go on YouTube. I've had videos about my opinions and my advice on what people should do. It's ironic. I'm very well aware of that. Like, I'm putting my opinion above someone else's because they don't do YouTube, or mine get reaching more people than someone else's. Yes, I'm very aware that's very ironic, and I'm not trying to be an egotistical maniac. Like, that is not what my goal is this YouTube channel, is to be like, oh, this guy knows exactly everything and anything. That's not true. I know very little in this world. So do you. Like, we're all in that same boat. I'm just putting out my mistakes, what I've seen, and how you guys can take it at face value, or take it, or it's primarily to provoke thoughts in your mind. Like, hey, maybe I do need to change, or maybe he's right on this, or maybe he's wrong on that. And take it to the comments. Let me know. I want to hear your opinion. I do. My opinion is no different than yours. I want to get that very clear. My opinion is is no different than yours. We all have the same voice. We all have the same opinion. We all have the same, I wouldn't say voice, because we all have different opinions, but we all have the same tone of voice. I guess would be the right word. My voice is not higher than yours in terms of like a hierarchy. We're at the same level that everyone's is. That's the whole point of this. But my thing is just, I'm posting on YouTube because I want you guys to learn from my mistakes, or maybe my advice or thoughts can provoke a thought in your mind, and maybe it can be for the better. That's all this. That's all this is. That's all it is, man. That's seriously all it's at. But back to the main point, your ego. Oh, looks like, are they coming through? No, they're not. Okay, cool. Sorry, there's a fire truck and a battalion chief coming down the road. I thought they were coming towards me. They're not. But back to the main point. So your ego. Everyone has an ego, and you have to kick that ego to the curb, because it will kill your success. The ocean is 71 to 72%, depending on sources, of all the Earth's surface, right? And we know very, very little about it. So what makes you think that your opinion is better than someone else's? We know very, very little about the ocean, just how you know very little about your job. Face it, in reality, you know very little. You know very little about your business. I know very little about YouTube. I know very little about weight loss. And there are people a lot smarter than me who know a lot more, but we don't know everything. And you have to be humble enough to accept that. You can't just say, oh, I know more, or I know better than this person because I've done this. Well, okay, maybe they have a different way of rationale thinking, and that's perfectly fine. You need that in this world. Your ego can't get in the way of just being me. My opinion only matters, no one else's, because I did this, I did XYZ, I know what I'm doing wrong, so everyone else can shove it. That is not the point. Not the point one bit at all. So your ego needs to go to the curb, because all it's going to do is hinder your progress, because you can't accept criticism. Criticism is very, very needed in today's age, and people are too soft and too scared to accept criticism because they're afraid they're going to hurt their feelings. And then your ego gets artificially inflated because you think you know better, because you haven't been told no. And that's the truth. So your ego is going to get in your way because you think you know better than someone else just because you did XYZ. And I'm a big proponent that experience outweighs everything more than credentials. I'm a very big proponent of that. Your degree, your PhD doesn't really mean anything outside of you earned it. You did earn it. I'm not going to deny that. But someone with more experience is going to have more experience than you. And that's just the truth. And that's okay. Because you can learn from those experiences and be humble enough to accept that and move on with it. Like, you can learn from them so you don't make any mistakes that they may have made. So it's all being the ability to accept criticism. And if your ego clouds your ability to accept it, or hinders your ability to accept it, then you're at a real tough predicament, because your ego is going to kill your success. It may be in business. You may think you know better than someone else, but in reality, that your egotistical decision, because you think me knows better, could cost you money. It can cost you money. It can cost people jobs. It can cost whatever it may be. So I don't want this video to ramble on for too long. I might got sidetracked a little bit, but in reality, your ego needs to be humbled. We all need to be humbled and accept criticism. Because if your ego gets in the way and clouds your judgment, then you're at a real disadvantage in your success. You will succeed, but not to the level that you want to. And that's just the truth. So don't let your ego get in the way. Don't let it cloud your judgment. Accept criticism and be gracious that people have more experience than you. Not everyone knows everything in this world. And that's the best thing about it. So I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you all take care, and I will see you on the next one. Take care, y'all. Have a good one.